hello and welcome everyone. Finally, one more time. And then there were four, as Agatha Christie would have said. This is the grand finale of Quizzing with Comedians. After 8 quarterfinals, 4 semifinals, with 32 participants, we finally end with these four. Two people who have been here before, two people who are here for the first time. Let's do this. As a tradition of every quizzing event finale, I just quickly want to thank three people, Srimai Das, Biswa Kalyan Rath, and Kanam Gill. These are the three people because of which this is not being done on a WhatsApp group. This is a show because of these three people. If they hadn't pushed and if they hadn't been there since day zero, this would not have been a thing. I was very happy, and all my close friends know I am very happy conducting WhatsApp quizzes 24/7. So big. It's nice that none of those three friends are in the finals, or else I would have looked biased in some way. So, but a big shout out on a serious note to Srimai Das, Biswa Kalyan and Kanam Gill. That's it. That's it. That's the great part. Time to call the contestants now. Time to get the show rolling. No big introductions to these guys because this is the third time introducing all of them. The first contestant is an ex-finalist, lost at the last question in the first final. He's back here once more with great performance in both the matches that he has done so far. Give it up for Aakash Mehta.
Hello guys, hello.
Aakash is here.
Hey.
Familiar frame of him with a mic. Back here. Okay. Next up is a debut finalist. He was a semi-finalist last time, but he's also the latest finalist because he qualified from the group of death, the last semi-final that we did, with an answer about Dodo. An extinct bird came back to life to support Ashish Shakya make it to the final. Give it up for Ashish Shakya.
Hello!
Woo!
Woo! What's up, Mehta? What's up?
What's up, Shaks?
So good to see all of you. Oh my God, it's gonna be one intense quiz. Okay, next up is the surprise package in some sense for this tournament because he was making his debut in this tournament and then has been this juggernaut that he's been doing since the first question thrown at him at quarterfinal 4. Give it up for Hussain Dalal.
Hi Aakash.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Hussain? What time, bud?
Nice reunion.
Reunion हो गया.
ये दाढ़ी बीड़ी होगा दिया हुसैन तू मस्त.
Next up is the fourth finalist. Has also been a finalist before, so he's been here. And
मैं क्या करने का इधर क्या हाथ धो रहे खाली.
He's been here before. He always starts with humble card, ends up winning every quiz. Give it up for the frustratingly humble Neville.
No, it's not. ये तो है ही नहीं. ये तो chance ही नहीं. Namaste Hussain. I have not met you. Hi.
नमस्ते. How are you?
जिंदा हूँ. चल रहा है. But
okay. All the best.
बाबा चला गया अपने बैंक रॉबर फोन.
All the best to Aakash, Ashish, Hussain, Neville. Okay, let's begin. Question number 1 to Aakash Mehta. All the best, everyone. Grace Beauty Parlor is an extension of an older existing parlor in Delhi. It is managed by a Manipuri woman who is helped by 2 other women, and they are given certain instruments like scissors, tweezers, and nail filers as and when needed, which are otherwise locked. Okay, the parlor sees its biggest rush on Fridays, as the women want to look best during a certain meeting on Saturdays. Where is this parlor located?
तो सब hints है ऐसा लग रहा है कुछ तो.
हाँ बहुत है. मुझे भी बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि फाइनल में like I know कि सब ऐसे strong candidate है, मुझे कुछ भी ऐसा अच्छे से ज़्यादा explain नहीं करना है. Everything is there. Talking about the beauty parlor in Delhi, and there are other hints like some instruments are allowed, others are locked. Fridays they have a rush because Saturday they have an important meeting. Where is this parlor located?
Saturday meeting.
So that is यार ये तो यार मतलब तुम क्विज बोल के पजल राउंड कर दिया. एक सेकंड. Otherwise locked. That's clearly.
I just want to KV and are given certain instruments. मतलब क्या कि वो दो औरतें काम करती है कि it, like so these two women come in and they are given the instruments only on that day.
Why you want hints and all, Shaq?
Not hint. I'm just trying to understand. I can't ask.
There's a Manipuri woman who runs this, and there are two other women also who help her run this, and they are given certain instruments. That's a hint, so I don't want to explain it further. They're given certain instruments like scissors, tweezers, which are otherwise locked. That's a big clue there.
Yeah, that's the thing. But Safdarjung?
Not Safdarjung. Passing to Ashish.
Otherwise locked. 1 second. Thinking. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Fridays. Certain meeting on Saturdays.
Yes.
Is it Jama Masjid?
Not Jama Masjid. Going to Hussain now.
Wait, so this is a real place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grace Beauty Parlor, extension of older existing parlor in Delhi, is managed by a Manipuri woman.
Oh shit. Okay.
It is managed by a Manipuri woman helped by two other women and are given certain instruments like tweezer, which are otherwise locked. How high? Is it a jail? What is the answer? What are you looking for? A word or a sentence?
Where is this parlor located in Delhi? That's it.
Oh. Okay, trying. Don't judge.
Okay.
Is Tihar jail in Delhi?
Yeah.
It is Tihar jail.
It is Tihar jail.
Great answer.
Yes.
Great answer.
It is Tihar jail. It is
Yeah.
Tihar jail.
Man.
I
that's
can't
why-
believe it didn't come to me.
Fuck man, just so stupid.
That's why I
It's
kept
just so
saying
obvious.
like the instruments are locked and that's a hint.
Yeah.
वो locked पे ही था actually, but
Yeah,
बहुत
locked.
मुश्किल सवाल है. मैं जा रहा हूँ भाई.
ये पूरा मेरे सर के ऊपर क्या कोई मेरे को समझाएगा कि तुम लोग इधर कैसे आए?
हुसैन एक्सप्लेन करना चाहेंगे आकाश को?
क्या है कि सैटरडे को मुलाकात डे होता है when they get to meet
Correct.
people. Is what I know of.
Oh.
Yeah. Saturday
क्या
is
होता है
the
कि
visit day.
तो मुलाकात डे बोलते हैं उसको. तो उस वजह से वो एक थोड़ी सी इंसानियत रह गई है समाज में कि वो they let you access a parlor of what I know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But
No,
क्या
that's
है कि
right.
because they're sharp objects, तो वो ऐसा हमको लगता है फ्राइडे को we can control the usage of those objects because those
Yeah.
objects can otherwise be used for escape, murder / whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a
Perfect,
brilliant. Oh.
Great.
hard-
This
it's a
is
hard
Tihar jail,
system.
Grace Beauty Parlor. Saturdays is when visitations happen and most of the
I'm very upset, and the
They
next
wanna
question
look
is going to be some fucking history, Greek mythology crap. I'm
exactly.
sure of it.
Exactly.
Holy
Read my
shit,
mind,
okay, fuck,
Neville.
wait.
You read my mind. According to Greek mythology, X was a young boy whose Zeus fell in love with and thus made him his cupbearer. Okay. Later on, X was granted immortality, became the patron god of servants. Okay, that's the first half of the clue. That's from mythology part. Now the present part. The largest moon of Jupiter is thus named X. Okay, what is X? According to Greek mythology, X was a young boy. Zeus fell in love with him and made him his cupbearer. Later granted him immortality. The largest moon of Jupiter is thus named X.
So it's not Lakshmikant their day.
I almost forgot there's a fun thing going on.
Everyone's asshole is so tightly clenched during this thing.
I almost forgot. I was like, oh, वो भी तो एक होता था. Oh, हम लोग comedians हैं. Oh, oh man, yeah, Ashish, it's not Lakshmikant bed. Only if Jupiter was called Suraj बढ़ जाते हैं. Okay, this is Neville's correct. Wherever Neville is ready.
I don't know. Pass.
Passing to Aakash. Aakash.
Oh, my turn. Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest Jupiter ka moon.
Yeah, absolutely correct. 10 points to Aakash. It is Ganymede, which is the largest moon on Jupiter, and also.
Okay, Tihar jail मालूम था, bro.
No,
I got Tihar jail before all of them. Okay, I went up like this before all of them.
The difference in final is that the scope of coming back and going up and down is really long, in the sense that you have like literally 40% more questions than quarterfinals. So
This is
no
the
stress.
quiz equivalent of a 4-day test.
Yes. Aakash, 10 points to Aakash. And next direct to Ashish. Okay, we're talking about origin of a word, which this article mentioned. What word this article mentioned that is now used to mean smuggler. Okay, so let's look at the article. The Iowa liquor law has given rise to a dash. He wears high top dash and carries a flask of liquor in each, which he produces when he sells a drink. The federal revenue officers find it very difficult to detect the dash. Okay, what word are we talking about that owes its origin to this?
This is obviously the niche reference of Deepak Wine. No, but
lockdown ka sathi, Deepak.
Lockdown or Jeevan ka sathi. This is bootlegger.
This is bootlegger. Great answer.
यार ये दे दो ना यार.
They used to hide the bottles in their boot, and hence bootlegger. Great answer. Next question is for Hussain. X is an English football club, English professional football club, currently based in Kingston upon Thames, which is in southwest London. This club has played in League One, which is the third tier of the English Football League system, since winning promotion in 2016. So in 2016, they got promoted to the third tier of English Football League. The club is sponsored by John Green and has a stand named after him in the renovated stadium. The renovated stadium is called Kings Meadow. Okay. The club was founded in 2002 by supporters of a former club based in the city of X, after the Football Association allowed that club to relocate to Milton Keynes in Birminghamshire. The name X is also arguably the biggest event in another completely unrelated sport. Okay, so this last line is the biggest clue, to be honest. So the name of this club is actually the name of a big event in another sport and not football. Okay? So think in those directions. Think of another sport, big event in that sport. Think of where geographically all this is happening, and then maybe you'll come to what the club is.
You know, it's one of those that you feel instinctively, you know, but you want to overthink it.
Yeah.
Wimbledon?
Wimbledon FC is correct. It is AFC Wimbledon. 10 points to Hussain. The club is called AFC Wimbledon. Wimbledon, as we all know, is arguably the biggest.
वो लास्ट लाइन ने बचा लिया, बाकी ऊपर तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आया.
हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा था. ऊपर वाला
वो जॉन ग्रीन ने YouTube पे FIFA खेल के पैसा कमा के ये क्लब में स्टेक खरीदा. That's the only takeaway you should have from the story.
चलो दे दो भाई. In 1914, in history of Indian fucking impossible TR jail answer.
Okay. AFC Wimbledon, Hussain gets it. Next direct to Neville. Okay, these are excerpts from a song. All the blanks are the same. In the sense, it's a two-word answer that I'm looking for. You need to tell me the what is the 2 words. So say everybody, our Sadguru, the dash dash, true dash dash. You are the dash dash, you are the dash dash. I'm so lucky because you are my dash dash. This is an excerpt from a song. Identify the 2 words missing from each line. It's the same 2 words, okay, in each line, which also happen to be the name of this musical composition. So the title of the song is also these 2 words. Okay. What song are we talking about?
This song is also the same song, right? It's not like it's a different song like Wimbledon.
No. The 2 missing words are the title of the song also.
ये तो नहीं समझ में आने वाला किसी को भी. Enlightened one. No.
Oh. And not enlightened one. Going to Aakash.
Love Charger.
What a great answer! It is.
Oh my God!
You are my love charger. You are my love charger.
Holy shit!
The love charger, true love charger. You are the love charger. You are lucky because you are my love charger. Okay, great answer.
आकाश दे दो, आकाश को दे दो, because आकाश अगर तूने लव चार्जर सुना है तो इनका एक और गाना है लेजेंड गाना है जिसमें दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा क्राइम है बिकॉज वो छोटा लायन कब लेके उसको कडल करता है जो अलाउड ही नहीं है। ऐसा एक दिल्ली के फ्लैट में लायन का ऐसा कब लेता है और उसको ऐसा ऐसा टच करता है वो।
Love Charger is correct. Aakash Mehta gets 10 points.
Oh shit!
Your
Favorite question of the tournament.
It is
Oh man!
also personally one of my favorite questions. Love Charger is correct. 10 points to Aakash. Next, direct to
I can't fucking believe it was a serious question.
Ashish.
Neville, तू stress मत ले रहा है।
El Libertador was a Venezuelan military and political leader who led the independence of what are currently the states of Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Panama from the Spanish Empire. El Libertador's famous sword was allegedly given by M19 to Pablo Escobar in a peace deal, as also depicted in the show Narcos. The country X, the reason one country I have not written in that list above is because that country is named after El Libertador, is the only landlocked country in the world to operate an oceanic naval force. The country also has the world's highest capital. Okay, what is the real name of El Libertador, and identify the country X?
Sorry,
this is Simon Bolivar in Bolivia.
It is Simon Bolivar in Bolivia.
Yes.
10 points to Ashish, Simon Bolivar and Bolivia.
हम लोग को ये सब जाता है, उन लोग को ये ए वाले लोग क्लास में हमेशा पहले रोल कॉल में फर्स्ट.
Okay. Next, direct to Hussain. Famous acquisitions by which social media company, which has more than 690 plus million users, and this is acquisition history of a company. In 2012, it acquired SlideShare. In 2013, it acquired Pulse. In 2014, it acquired Bright.com. In 2015, it acquired Lynda.com. I've also given you the amount of that acquisition. I've also given you what is the area in which the acquisition thing works. Like SlideShare, we all know is a social content sharing thing. Pulse is a mobile newsreader thing. Bright.com is about job matching. Lynda.com is about e-learning. What social media company acquired these four companies?
नेविल को मालूम है, इतना मेरे को मालूम है.
हाँ, नेविल को मालूम है, दिख रहा है.
फेमस एक्विजिशन, थोड़ा इंग्लिश का सीन मेरा हार्ड है, तो एक्विजिशन मींस बाय ना.
हाँ, एक्विजिशन मतलब बाय. तो एक सोशल मीडिया कंपनी ने ये सारे कंपनी खरीदा है. 2012 में स्लाइडशेयर को खरीदा, 2013 में पल्स को खरीदा, 2014 में ब्राइट को खरीदा, 2015 में Lynda.com खरीदा. और उस कंपनी का फिलहाल समवेयर अराउंड 700 प्लस मिलियन यूजर्स हैं. तो मतलब बड़ी कंपनी.
Does it qualify or no यार? देख मेरे को मालूम नहीं है. LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is correct. 10 points to Hussain.
Yeah, but I was always confused कि LinkedIn are they the mother company or not?
Yeah. No, it is LinkedIn. LinkedIn acquired SlideShare. SlideShare was the most famous acquisition of the four examples there. Next to Neville. Neville, ID this footballer, and I've given you his footballing career. Okay.
अरे यार, मस्त. नेविल देख.
East Bengal from 93 to 95, JCT 95 to 97. Again back to East Bengal. Then Bari FC, then Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, United Sikkim, East Bengal. Which is this football?
It doesn't stop at 2015, right? Like there is more.
There might be more, might not be more. I can't say. I mean, this I've given you career of like 22 years. What else do you want?
एक ही आदमी खेला है in a division outside of India. Baichung Bhutia was the only person. I mean, that is so Baichung Bhutia, I guess.
Yeah, it is Baichung Bhutia. 10 points to Neville. Baichung Bhutia it is. He went and played briefly for Bari FC.
Neville, Baichung Bhutia was also a Greek slave. Did you know?
Okay.
I don't play these tactics.
बहुत अच्छा किया. मैं फुल कॉन्फिडेंस में सुनील छेत्री सोच रहा था. मैं फुल कॉन्फिडेंस में साइड में बोल रहा हूँ, अरे मेरे को मालूम है सुनील छेत्री है.
Okay. To Aakash Mehta. Aakash, this is your question. X is a character on a British motoring television show. The character is a play of racing drivers full face helmets with the running joke that nobody knows who or what is inside the racing suit. His primary role is setting lap time for cars tested on the show. Beginning in Series 6, the introductions began to follow a format introduction which they describe as two bizarre characteristics. For example, some say that his favorite t-shirt has a picture of a t-shirt, and then 2 has a quiz show with comedians. All we know is he's called the X. So that's the template in which he's always been introduced. What is X? Who or what is X?
शो तो टॉप गियर है. टॉप गियर ही रहेगा बिकॉज और कोई ब्रिटिश मोटरिंग शो इतना पॉपुलर है नहीं कि इसके ऊपर कोई सवाल पूछे. ये मैंने देखा है यार शो, पता है ये मेरे को एकदम. स्टीव इट्स कॉल्ड धो ना. The Stig.
Yeah, absolutely correct. It is the Stig. 10 points to Aakash. The Stig is correct. All we know is he's called the Stig. Okay, 10 points to Aakash. Next question to Ashish. Ashish, we are explaining something here. Just tell me what we are explaining. It's defined as a myoclonic jerk of the diaphragm that will repeat several times per minute. While the reason for X can be as simple as sucking on candy or eating too much, it can also be an indicator of encephalitis, meningitis, or nerve damage. However, contrary to popular belief, it is not related to memory, either of the sufferer of the condition or anyone else. What are we talking about?
Hiccups.
Hiccups is correct.
मेरा नाम Neville क्यों है? ये N क्यों है मेरा लेटर?
अबे तेरे को मिला ना अभी बाइकिंग बुटिया.
हाँ.
कितना फुटबॉलर है इंडिया में.
और तू एक तो ऐसा बीच पे बैठ के कंप्लेन मत करा प्लीज.
नहीं, जस्ट बोलने रहा था कि बीच पे दुखी आदमी पहली बार देखा मैं.
I hate the beach.
बीच पे दुखी आदमी पहली बार देखा. 1 point. Okay. Next direct is for Hussain. Ashish got hiccups. Ascending the throne in 1925, X was the last ruling Maharaja of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. X was believed to be the opinion that J&K should remain an independent kingdom. However, he did join hands with India due to the circumstances that developed post-partition in 1948. Just tell me who is this ruler and also the dynasty he was from. For example, if I say Akbar, you say Mughal dynasty. This king and the dynasty he belongs to.
मेरे को सब मालूम है, इसका सब काम मालूम है, बस नाम याद आ जावे. डायनेस्टी स्पेसिफिक्स बोलना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकता बिट्टू हिंदू. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकता ना. नहीं डायनेस्टी होनी चाहिए ना.
हाँ, डायनेस्टी होनी चाहिए, जैसे तुगलक या
1925 का पूरा खेल ये था ना. पूरा अभी ये क्वेश्चन में 2 सीजन है एक शो का. तो हरि सिंह was the
correct
kingish ruler. It's a great show. Somebody should write it. Dynasty. Very relevant to the Kashmir issue right now also. यार बहुत deep सवाल पूछ दिया तूने. Is it the I don't know if this is wrong. Dogra dynasty?
It is Dogra dynasty. Hari Singh and Dogra dynasty. 10 points to Hussain.
Mr. Kumar, please tell us little about Dogra dynasty. I know nothing about Dogra dynasty, except for the fact that he was from the Dogra dynasty.
So
also,
yeah, sorry.
No, I was just doing dumb shit. Please continue with facts. I was just going to say that Ghana.
So Dogra dynasty was a Hindu dynasty that ruled Kashmir for around 100 years, like somewhere around 1840 to 1948. Founded by a guy called Gulab Singh, and that's why they were all Singhs, like Gulab Singh, Hari Singh, and Hari Singh's son is Karan Singh, ex-Congress
leader, ex-member of Rajya Sabha. And yeah, Dogra Dynasty got over after India became independent. Fair. Hari Singh and Dogra Dynasty is correct. Hussain gets 10 points. Abhi will reverse because 14 questions are done. We are halfway through the quiz. Now we'll start with Neville and then Hussain, Ashish, Aakash in that order.
Maybe kismat nahi chala hai, just saying guys, because it is my direct anyway.
30. Okay, so right now Aakash is on 30, Ashish is on 30, Hussain is on 40, and Neville is on 10. So let's see. All the best once more to all of you for second half. We're starting with Neville's question. Left-handedness has been associated with unfavorable outcomes, bad luck, etc. in various cultures since centuries. The word X, now we're talking about a particular word in the English language. The word X is used in English to mean malicious intent or ill will. Okay. There's a series of horror movies also with the same name. The word is derived from Y. I don't want Y, huh? I don't want Y. That is just an extra information. The word is derived from Y, the Latin word for left. There's one more hint. Professor Aurora Y was the astronomy professor at Hogwarts. Let's look at all the hints. Talking about left-handedness, some reason left-handedness has been associated with unfavorable outcomes, bad luck, etc. The word X is used in English to mean malicious intent. I mean, basically comes from the root is in left-handed. There's a series of horror movies. That's the third hint. And this word is derived from another word, which is Latin word for left. You know what I mean? So that is why that's the second last hint. And of course, an extra Harry Potter hint. Professor Aurora Y was an astronomy professor at
I guarantee you, Shrima is screaming at the screen right now at home.
So Y is the Latin word. There's no need to tell me that. Just tell me the X, like the normal English word that comes from this.
ये left-handedness जो है, that's the root of the word.
Yeah. Not left-handedness as such. The root of the word is the Latin word for left. Okay, and since left-handed was associated with bad luck, etc., the word X comes from ill will. Came to mean ill will, malicious intent.
Is it sinister?
It is sinister. I don't know, sinister, and the Latin origin is sinistra. 10 points to Neville. Sinister. Okay, sinister.
इसका opposite है Dexter, if I'm not wrong, which is why it's hilarious that the show was called that. I think.
और अगर sinister और really दोनों साथ में
ambidextra sinistra ऐसा कुछ था, if I'm not mistaken.
और दोनों साथ में तो ambidextra है.
Ambidextra.
That's some extra information for all of you.
Sachin Tendulkar है ना, ambidextrous, right batting नहीं क्या, right batting, right bowling और left से sign करता था autograph. भाई मैं क्या कंफ्यूज हुआ मेरे बचपन में, एक बार मैं गया ऐसा ऑटोग्राफ देखने, तो मतलब वर्ल्ड का ग्रेटेस्ट राइट हैंड बैट्समैन लेफ्ट से ऑटोग्राफ दिया.
Okay.
Sorry,
random. We're back to Kashmir now after Hari Singh. The Legislative Assembly of J&K was initially composed of 100 members, later increased to 111 by the Constitution of Jammu and Kashmir Act of 1988. Though elections were contested for only 89 seats till 2014, and 24 seats used to be left vacant. Just tell me why these 24 seats are left vacant in J&K Assembly. Not much to explain. Basically, J&K Assembly had 100 members, but it got increased to 111 now. But elections are held for 89 and 24 are left vacant. What is this fund? Why does this happen?
Yeah, unless your computer is playing a mind game with me, because we just discussed Hari Singh ना.
Yeah.
Naughty था वो, कुछ naughtiness किया था उसने 1925 और 47 के बीच. I don't know, a lot of shit has gone down in that sense with this question, but I think those 24 seats are for मेरा स्क्रीन नीचे से कट कर रहा है. Why so लिखा है?
Why so? Like why are these
89? 99, 109, 109, 22 seats हुआ ना?
हाँ, sorry, 22 seats. It's not, मतलब उतना बड़ा difference उससे कुछ होता नहीं है. Basically, there are some seats left vacant.
Some seats are left open for POK, ना?
Yeah, absolutely correct. That's the answer I was looking for. The remaining seats are left for POK. Okay.
Wrong आदमी है तू.
10 points to Hussain. These are the seats that are left in every election because India considers POK also to be a part of India. Okay, next to Ashish.
पूरे शो का प्लॉट है.
According to the Vikings, a dead body becomes white as milk. Thus, when these Vikings migrated to France and settled at Normandy, the Normans referred to the dead as olla, or all like milk, basically. What practice, when referring to the dead, did this give rise to?
I believe it is the French for वो off हो गया है. मेरा मर्द off हो गया है. No, this is the answer is late.
Yeah, using the honorific late before the names of the dead. 10 points to Ashish.
Oh. मेरे को लगा वो कॉफी का रहेगा कुछ ऐसा कैपुचिनो आल है ऐसा कुछ.
मरेला बोका.
अरे मेरे को एक सेकंड के लिए ऑल है, मैं सोचा दूध रहेगा रिलेटेड कि फ्रेंच लोग को लगा ये दूध की सफेदी है तो ऐसा कुछ, मतलब कॉफी पानी दूध के साथ लिया तो ऑल है ऐसा कुछ. एनी सॉरी,
मैं बोलने वाला था कि वो दूध से नहलाते ना कुछ लोग मरने के बाद, ऐसा कुछ होगा.
Next, direct to
Anil Kapoor in Chief Minister.
Chief Minister.
Next, direct to Aakash. Ashish got late. Okay, dash is a form of singing in which high falsetto and low chest notes are rapidly alternated. Its production is helped by the enunciation of open and closed vowels on the low and high notes of wide intervals. Kishore Kumar.
yodeling.
Yeah, yodeling it is. 10 points to Aakash.
योडले ऐसा करते हो लोग.
That line for in case someone in the audience couldn't read it. Kishore Kumar used नखरे वाली हाल कैसा है जनाब का चला जाता हूँ in many others. So we're talking about yodeling. 10 points to Aakash. Next direct is to Neville. Which sport was played only once in the Olympics history in 1900, with Great Britain and France being the only participants?
League of Legends.
I like how Shakya breaks the silence with something in it. Like,
it could also be the Game of Thrones.
उसको musical chairs बोलते हैं.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, Neville.
Is it cricket?
It is cricket. 10 points to Neville. Cricket was played once in the Olympic history back in 1900. The match was. This is like from the match, like France contre Angleterre. Okay.
Nice.
Neville gets 10 points there. Next direct question is for Hussain. In 1971, 5 high school students from San Rafael, California, who called themselves the Waldos, set out on a search to find an abandoned Y crop based on a treasure map left behind by the grower. Okay, they decided to meet every day at a certain time on the school grounds to resume their adventure. Though the promised crop was never found, this thing led to the use of the time when they used to meet, the code word for Y. Okay, just tell me what is the time and what is it a code word for? Or just tell me the overall funda. What are we talking about?
5 school players had to meet every day at dash PM to resume the adventure through the promised crop was never found. This led to the use of dash X as a code for Y. What is Y? The Waldo set out on search for an abandoned Y crop. A crop means like crop in a field, right?
Yeah.
Based on a treasure map left behind by the grower, they decided to meet every day at dash PM. So, use of X as a code word for Y.
Correct.
Y is a crop and X is a time.
Yes.
गलत बात है ये, गलत.
100%.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say actually. I don't even know. I know nothing. So I'll pass.
Okay. Passing to Ashish.
420 and ganja.
Yeah.
The weed is correct. 10 points to Ashish. 420 and weed. 420 is the good. Like they were looking for weed every day. They used to meet at 420. They never found that weed crop from the treasure thing, but 420 has become a code all over the world till date.
Kafi dedication.
Oh.
Okay. 420 and weed is correct. Okay. Next direct question to Aakash. The Great Indian Novel is a satirical novel by Shashi Tharoor. It is a fictional work that takes the story of Mahabharata, the Indian epic, and resets the Mahabharata in the context of Indian national independence movement and also a few decades after independence. So basically, this book has a lot of like analogy between things in modern India and like characters from Mahabharata. For example, Mahatma Gandhi is Bhishma Pitama, Indian Army is Bhim, Indian media is Arjun. So Draupadi in the novel is called something. Tell me, what is Draupadi supposed to represent?
ये नेवल को पता है इतना, वो नेवल ऐसा
नेवल को मालूम है
तो मेरे को नहीं देने का आंसर, मैं सोचेगा अभी बहुत.
Oh shit, no please.
नेवल का पोकर फेस ऐसा लंड है ना, ऐसा लंड पोकर फेस है उसका.
What is she supposed to represent? So they are not all people, they are all concepts. So like some of them are people, some of them are concepts, right?
Exactly. That's why the examples has combination of both. Mahatma Gandhi was Bhishma Pitama, Bhim was army, media, Arjun, Draupadi, what?
यार बड़ा एकदम philosophical सवाल पूछ लिया ये. Factual हो ही नहीं सकता है तो. But is it the people of the country?
People of the country? People of the country? No. I'll have to pass to Neville. Neville?
It's democracy.
It is democracy. If you see the name, and that's why I avoided like pronouncing it every time, it's Draupadi Mokrashi, so it's democracy. You know?
Draupadi. Shashi Tharoor.
Nice.
Wow, Shashi Tharoor को इंस्टा पे पनवन करना चाहिए.
Okay, so she is supposed to represent democracy. And yeah, this is from the Mahabharata. 10 points to Neville there. Next direct is to Hussain. Hussain, this is on your screen an image of Hollywood actress Reese Witherspoon from the movie Sphere. Okay, and has been widely shared amongst Indians as younger version of X. Okay, identify X, who does not belong to Hollywood and all, belongs to an entirely different field altogether. Who are we talking about?
This image of Hollywood actress Reese Witherspoon is from movie Fear. It's often shared among Indians as a younger version of somebody. That somebody belongs to an entirely different field altogether. So वो actress नहीं है, ऐसा बोल रहा है.
Correct.
Sonia Gandhi.
It is Sonia Gandhi. Yeah. Absolutely correct.
Oh fuck! I've never seen it. मैं खाली मुंह देख के guess किया wrong. कि wrong ही हो सकता है ना WhatsApp पर.
Yeah, it's one of the most famous images on Indian WhatsApp and used by a certain section to show Sonia Gandhi's younger version and younger life.
Certain section is such a polite way to refer to them.
Yeah.
मतलब जो सच में बोलना है वो नहीं करेंगे इस कॉल पे, but just saying.
Sonia Gandhi is correct. Ashish, you're direct. X and Y is an American company founded in 1853 by an optician, John X, and a financier, Henry Y. The company, which is among world's largest suppliers of eye health products, also won an honorary Oscar in 1954 for their contributions to the advancement of the motion picture industry. Just identify X and Y. American company, pretty old, founded by an optician and a financier. One of the world's largest suppliers of eye health products. Also won an Oscar.
Eye health products, or what?
एक चश्मिश को चश्मिश का सवाल कैसे पूछा तूने? अहिला तीनों चश्मिश.
हाँ, लेकिन ऐसा चश्मा का एक कंपोनेंट जाके रिसर्च नहीं किया मैंने ना, जब चश्मा लगा मेरे को 1995 में.
मैं हिंट दूं कि नहीं दूं?
नहीं क्यों?
रुको. They're an American company.
Yeah.
Yeah, American company, 1853, optician and a financier.
Yeah, optician, world's largest supplier of eye health products. Also, extra bit of info is that honorary Oscar way back in 50s for contributions to motion pictures.
Yeah, that motion picture is throwing me off.
Okay.
1 second.
The company name is X and Y.
Yeah. Got that. Whew. Is it Bausch and Lomb?
It is Bausch and Lomb. I don't know what to say.
No, man, I got confused because I'm like motion picture किधर से आ गया? मैं Eastman Kodak सोच रहा था, फिर बोला नहीं Kodak का तो अलग origin है.
But I completely relate to this. I know the feeling of being in a quiz and when the question comes to you, you're like नहीं यार, it can't be Bausch and Lomb. कुछ तो
हाँ, क्योंकि लॉरेंस में वो ब्रिटिश है तो वही मतलब कंफ्यूज हो गया.
मेरे को लगा लंदन ब्लॉकली भी है.
लंदन ब्लॉकली भी ब्रिटिश है और वो फनी भी है.
पर ये लोग का ऑस्कर था ना, ऑस्कर से ही मेरे को पता चला यही लोग है.
क्या किया था इन्होंने?
सिनेमास्कोप.
Yeah.
Bausch and Lomb, Ashish gets 10. We come to Aakash now. Countess Marcia was an English noblewoman who, according to a legend dating at least to the 13th century, rode naked, covered only in her long hair, through the streets of Coventry to gain a remission of the oppressive taxation that her husband, Leofric, Earl of Mercia, imposed on his tenants. The name Peeping Tom is also, we all know what Peeping Tom is, right? Peeping Tom for a voyeur originates from later versions of this legend, in which a man named Thomas watched her ride, was struck blind or dead. Basically, just focus on right.
Lady Godiva.
Yeah, okay. 10 points to Aakash. Nice. Lady Godiva, great crack. 10 points to Aakash. Okay. Last two questions. This is Neville's direct.
Shit.
Neville, according to some theory, there are many different theories of how this phrase came out, but this is one of the most prominent ones. Early BBC radio commentators helped listeners follow the progress of football games by notionally dividing the pitch into 8 rectangles to describe the action. Okay, because they are on radio, people are not able to watch, so to make them visualize the the football ground, they notionally divide the pitch into 8 rectangles to explain. In a disputed story, that's why I said it in the beginning, it is a disputed origin, but one of the most popular origins of this phrase. It is claimed that a certain English phrase came as a result of this practice during a game between Arsenal and Sheffield United in 1927. What English phrase are we talking about?
This phrase is not necessarily a footballing phrase. It's a...
Not at all. It is not. I'm telling you guys. It is not a footballing phrase. It is a normal English phrase that has come from, that has an origin in related to football. This story related to football. Are you passing?
Yeah, I have to. Sorry.
Okay. Pass this to Hussain.
Says in England would be Derby.
Derby, not Derby. Going to Ashish.
Is it the whole 9 yards?
Not the whole 9 yards. Going to Aakash.
Man. Okay. I know this is the first football match ever telecasted on radio. I know that. BBC ने telecast किया था. मेरे को ये भी पता है कि इसका ये लोग के पास कमेंटेटर नहीं थे फुटबॉल के, तो एक रग्बी के कमेंटेटर ने किया था, right?
I don't know. That's also not relevant to the answer in the sense. The answer is very much workable from what I said. So yeah, Aakash, do you have a guess?
Excellent. 8. The offside.
Not offside. Okay. A 5-point question, and and come back again and start with Neville. Okay, this is your hint. So what was happening in that match is that the ball kept coming back towards the goal. So the people, so it became like boring at a point when they were keep passing the ball back to the goalkeeper. Okay, so ball was coming back to goalkeeper again and again. Also, there was some goal kick, like it was running around the goalkeeper for a long time, the football. And the goalkeeper kept saying, the commentator kept saying, and then the phrase. Okay, so if you just notice the diagram, you will sort of know what phrase are we talking
about. Why have you put rectangle in the clue, dude?
Because, okay, you first give the answer. Then.
Back to square one.
Yeah, it is back to square one. It's coming back to the square one.
Oh, wow.
Back to square
man.
The ball kept coming back there and the commentators were like, "Arey yaar, फिर से ball वहीं आ गया." Back to square one, back to square one. Yeah, square is a rectangle whose like length and breadth are the same.
Yes, but why? Just say 8 squares, dude.
अरे square होता तो फिर पता चलता है.
Okay. So Neville gets 5 on that, which means next direct will be to Hussain. This is Hussein's direct. Okay, थोड़ा लंबा है, but it's the last question of the quiz, so आराम से पढ़ सकते हैं, no stress. X began as a settlement of the American colonization society, who believed that black people would face better chances for freedom and prosperity in Africa than in the United States. Okay, so between 1822 and the American Civil War, for around 40 years of that duration, more than 15,000 freed and free-born black people who faced some sort of legislative limits in the US, and around 3,000 Afro-Caribbeans located or were relocated to this settlement. Okay, this is the country that we are talking about, because the flag of the country bears a striking resemblance to the American flag, alternating red and white horizontal stripes, upper left-hand corner, dark blue square, against the blue background is a lone white star, which is the Star of Liberty. Through all these hints, tell me which country are we talking about? Take your time, go through the guesses.
क्या बोलेंगे? Canada?
हुसैन, आपने बोला कनाडा?
मैंने बोला कनाडा. मैंने बोला क्योंकि मेरे को कोई आइडिया नहीं है जवाब का.
Okay, going to Ashish.
Thinking. Hang on. Two options. Okay, I'm just going to pick the answer. Is this Madagascar?
Not Madagascar. Going to Aakash.
Liberia.
It is Liberia.
Thanks to Lord of War and Nicolas Cage for me knowing this answer.
Yeah.
Thanks to Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl.
Fuck.
Liberia is correct. And with that question, and also with back to square one, Ashish Shakya missed winning this tournament twice in the last 2 minutes. If he had answered back to square one, he might have won. And if he would have answered Liberia, he might have won. But as expected, we have reached a very tricky situation right now. We have 3 people on the same score. We have Aakash, who was on 40, got 20 more, who is on 60 now. Ashish was on 50, he got 10 more, which I think was Bosch and Long. So he is on 60, while Aakash got Lady Godiva and Liberia. We have Hussain, who was already on 60, and we have Neville, who is on 45. 40 plus 5 for back to square one. We all learned in the quarterfinal how it works. We continue the infinite bound. So basically from Aakash, I go to Neville, and the moment someone breaks this deadlock, for example, from Neville, if I go to Hussain and Hussain, if Hussain answers, he wins. So anytime the 60-60-60 deadlock is broken, we will have a winner. So it's a sudden death format. Aakash got Liberia. Next direct will be to Neville. This is the next on Neville's demand, a Greek mythology question for Neville. X is a king who is condemned to an eternal punishment where he is tasked to push a rock up a hill every day. Every day, as he's about to topple the rock over the crest, the sheer weight of the rock turns it back and the rock rolls back down to the foot of the hill. This is also sort of considered a metaphor to human life.
Yaar.
ID X.
तो मेरी जिंदगी है ब्रो.
ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी बहुत कमाल की चीज है. अब मैं इतना पढ़ूंगा ना.
एक्चुअली ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी इतना साला represented है ना रेगुलर पॉप कल्चर में कि if you look for references in most pop culture it will lead you to Greek mythology.
चॉइस क्या है वो लोग उधर से ही तो आया है स्टोरी टेलिंग.
हाँ, और इधर का अलाउड नहीं है बात करने को, तो क्या करेंगे अभी?
हाँ, इधर का अलाउड नहीं है बात करने. नेविल?
या वन सेकंड. हुसैन जा जीत ले क्विज.
नहीं भाई मेरे को नहीं आता है.
तो आशीष को जीतने दो फिर, बिकॉज आशीष ऐसे बैठा है पनवाड़ी की तरह.
आशीष का एक्सप्रेशन दिखाना दे मेरे को. हाँ, आशीष क्यूट वाले दे रहा है.
मेरा एक्सप्रेशन इज लाइबेरिया पता था मेरे को.
Okay, no stress. Neville?
Yeah, I passed to Hussain.
Passing to Hussain?
Because I only know one Greek name, Zeus.
Not Zeus. Passing to Ashish. Sisyphus gives the victory to
the winner?
Ashish.
Oh!
And on sudden death, Ashish Shakya finally after back to square one and
fucking Liberia.
Finally gets and
Liberia.
Deja vu for Aakash. Aakash loses. Becomes the first runner-up. Loses is not the right word. Again on the last question, but this time on legit quiz question. There's no that's what I'm very proud of as an organizer. Okay.
नहीं, लास्ट टाइम भी लेजिट ही था यार, उसमें क्या है, मजा आया.
हाँ, उसमें थोड़ा टाइप ये वो कुछ तो था ना. इस टाइम ऐसा लाइक प्रॉपर स्कोर है. So Aakash Mehta ends this quiz at 60 points.
Love Charger was a great try. Not even kidding.
Love Charger is the moment of my year, guys. This is the only good thing.
It's the moment of my life, I feel.
Yeah, I heard it. Really good change the photo.
Ram Rahim का सवाल पूछ दिया क्विज में. I have one life.
Sam is also on 60 points and probably one of the best debuts ever possible on KVizzing with the Comedians.
Yes.
Neville Shah is on 45 points. One of the best quizzers of the tournament. We had some great answers today. I'll just, like as a tradition, I'll repeat some of the great answers. Tihar Jail by Hussain. What a start.
Brilliant.
Ganymede by Aakash. Bootlegger by Ashish. And then Pyrrhic victory by the AFC Wimbledon. Another great answer from Visha.
Great answer.
Hussain. Love Charger, of course, answer of the tournament to some extent. Simon Bolivia. LinkedIn by Hussain Bhai again. Bhaichung Bhutia. Took some time but did come. For Neville, The Stig by Aakash. Hiccups. Hari Singh Dogra. Kerala. Sinister. POK Funda. Late. Bottling. Har of Babel. 420. Democracy. Sonia Gandhi. Bosch and Long. Lady Goraiva. Back to square one. Liberia. And of course our tiebreaker question. Sisyphus.
Just like the amount of questions that I knew that weren't coming to me, I was like,
yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Dude, and I think
it's the final, like everybody knows stuff, right? Like,
no, and also, you know, guys, it's amazing how I didn't know most of the answers of the questions like that were like that y'all knew. So like, it was not like I knew any other answers. Like, it just happened in a way, like it's one of those bizarre things, you know, it कभी-कभी sequence बैठ जाता है. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, also like this was one of the few rounds where we had maybe like 3 questions that were passed, like 1 or 2 that were unanswered. बहुत ही कम percentage था. Pass भी मतलब मुश्किल से हो रहा था.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call someone now as tradition of any quiz tournament. Let me know when that someone is ready so I can invite him in this call. Okay, I'm gonna invite the winner of the first edition so that he can and like give it up for the winner of music edition and the last edition, Rohan Joshi. Rohan Joshi.
What a final!
क्या बोलता है बा?
Rohan!
What is up, dosto?
Hey Rohan, how does it feel how did it feel, Rohan? Tell me, to be like no stress, just sitting in front of a screen, having your popcorn and enjoying the quiz.
I bet like because
I don't know what this no stress shit you're talking about is, because this final was stressful as hell. Like there is a separate WhatsApp group here right now is losing its mind and has been for the last 30 minutes. Like India Pakistan World Cup match ke baad, I think.
What were your favorite moments, Rohan? What were your favorite moments from the final? If not the
final, my favorite moment, I thought Tihar Jail was a spectacular crack.
Great.
Tihar Jail was a great crack. What were the other like amaze moments? Sisyphus, I was just like, I know Ashish ये crack करने वाला है.
मैं इतना annoy हो गया था ना Sisyphus के time पे.
मतलब Greek mythology अपने गांड से निकाल सकता है. By the time Sisyphus happened, it was just sort of like, अब तो मतलब it just depends on if they let the ball carry to Ashish. That's it.
Yeah.
Like putting this one in if he gets it was the vibe. Which were the other questions that were full on fun?
This was the best passing the baton line, like you know, the past winner coming and saying, "ये next winner अपने गांड से Greek mythology निकाल."
Yeah, I don't think Miss India में ऐसा होता है कि वो winner आके पहना ऐश्वर्या राय को बोला ये तो crown इससे पिछवाड़े से निकाल, like it doesn't.
I would like to submit कि अगर होता तो तू शायद Miss India ज्यादा देखता.
Definitely. So there's one crown, yes.
Offer this suggestion. तो like ऐश्वर्या राय आके प्रियंका चोपड़ा क्या बजा दिया बाबा.
बहुत सीरियस हो जाता है यार फाइनल में.
It was a great moment.
This moment was Neville spending 99% of the quiz like this.
The answers I knew.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
We
and you know,
in the day
sorry, continue, Joshi.
Keep poker face by hiding face. Like.
No, because that's the thing, right? When you're sitting there, if you feel like you are too excited, then the other person who's supposed to answer, usko lagta hai ki yaar, he's so excited, it must be easy. So suddenly they try harder.
This answer must be that obvious answer. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to the end of another edition of Quizzing with the Comedians. After 13 games, we have a new winner. Give it up, everyone, once more to Ashish.
Thank you, guys.
Shakir, Rojo and I are happy for many reasons that Shakir is winning. So.
Would like to also say thanks once more to Aakash Mehta for being this wonderful participant.
Hey, thanks guys.
Kafi killed, Hussain killed.
It was a good moment. Stig was a good moment. I almost threw something at my laptop when like Stig के लिए इतना time लग रहा था. Like
मैं नहीं देखता ना मैं ऐसा कंपाइल करके स्लमडॉग मिलियनेयर हो रहा था मेरे दिमाग में वो आंसर के टाइम पे.
I just like to point out कि जीता या ना जीता अलग बात है. आशीष तू अगर 420 नहीं बोलता ना
friendship over with Ashish.
एक घर आके तेरे साथ join
Also, massive thanks to Neville Shah once more for being consistently a performer. And yeah, let's
honor guard for Neville.
Photo, please.
Oh man. And of course to Hussain Dalal for debuting in this tournament and destroying.
Yes.
Kill.
Leading almost 75% of the final also. So
no, I also need to point out that Hussain doesn't need this victory because he has real achievements in life. So
yeah,
that's a horrible thing to say.
And on behalf of everyone who's been working tirelessly behind the scene, I would like to thank all the audience members who are coming in and being with us at quarter to midnight on Sunday night. Thank
yes.
You.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
I don't think I missed anything. Just stay tuned for more editions in future.